Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. I've got the HTC U11 right here, and it's been out for quite a bit of time, but I want to go ahead and revisit this device and also talk about something that's been in the news lately with HTC, because a lot of people have come up to me and said, hey, I heard Google bought HTC. Is HTC done for? All that stuff, and that's actually not true. So what happened is that Google is buying part of the HTC smartphone team for $1.1 billion. So what does Google actually get out of that? HTC is still separate. Google doesn't get any factories or anything like that. Google is actually going to get about 2,000 employees from HTC in their smartphone division, and I think that is due to how Google is really investing a ton into their hardware sector in terms of showing that off with their latest event, the Pixel event. They have tons of new hardware products. Now, will the HTC U11 be HTC's last smartphone? I highly doubt it. They didn't completely dismantle HTC. However, Google doesn't only just get the 2,000 employees from HTC, they also have access to HTC's intellectual property and patents. So that's kind of, I think, another big thing that people kind of overlooked, is that they're not only getting some employees, but also access to their IP. Now, HTC is already having an impact on Google's devices, such as the Pixel 2, with that squeeze function that came on the U11. I'll talk about that in just a second. And of course, as you can tell, I kind of had a bit of an accident on my U11, but let's go ahead and revisit this device. So to begin, the HTC U11 is just about the slipperiest phone I've used. However, that doesn't excuse what I have done to the back of this device. Just look at that damage. However, with the solar red variant, I do have to say this is probably the best looking damaged phone that I've ever seen. Almost gives it a bit of a mosaic look. But yes, it happened. I listen to music in the shower, believe it or not, and I set this on top of the toilet part, and it does have a bit of a curve to the back here, and it is a little bit slick. So what happened was it was laying down flat like this and just slowly slid off, crashed on the tile floor in the bathroom, and shattered the back. Luckily, the phone's fine, works perfectly, no damage to the camera or anything, just the back got shattered. To be completely honest, the U11 by HTC is a bit of a sleeper for one of the better phones in 2017. However, it has been overshadowed by other flagships around the same price point with better designs. And that is shown off with the bezels on the U11. So this phone came out, and then the S8 completely overshadowed it bezel-wise, and same with the LG G6 as well. Those phones all came out at about the same time, and clearly the other two companies went with a bit of a better design option in terms of aesthetics. Now, functionality-wise, some people still do like the capacitive buttons down at the bottom. You can go with your recent apps, a home button on the bottom. Now, this fingerprint scanner, I've noticed over time, I find that it's just a little bit too small. You need to be very precise with where you put your thumb. It's just a little bit too narrow and small for my liking. However, that's just a little bit of a nitpick thing, because over time I find that I can be very precise. There's just times when I might miss it on accident. Overall, the U11 is one of the better multimedia devices out there. It has a bottom firing speaker along with stereo speaker with the earpiece as well. So you have two speakers firing audio, which is always great. You'll notice there's no headphone jack down at the bottom. Up the top, absolutely no headphone jack. It does come with an adapter, so that's a bit unfortunate. Some people don't care, some people do. However, the DAC's very good, so sound quality when using headphones is great, using the included headphones as well. They do include headphones which are USB Type-C headphones, which is always nice. Over time, I'm really not noticing any slowdowns in performance. Everything's been great. It does have flagship specs that you come to expect from all the other devices out there right now. It does have HTC Sense skin over it, so it's a little bit different. I think they do need to revamp it a little bit and make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I pretty much never use this page over here that's on the home screen, and it doesn't have the swipe up function to get to your app drawer like stock Android does. However, jumping into settings, still very similar to that stock Android feel. In terms of battery life, I'm still very impressed with it. You'll see I struggle with taking a screenshot with volume down and power based on these squeeze dots showing up. But anyways, time on, almost 5 hours screen on time. Let's go through 4 hours, 42 minutes, and then this one is 4 hours and 9 minutes, however, 17% battery life. So I do get through a full day fairly easily, so I've been very impressed with the U11's battery. Now, the camera on the U11 has been very good. When it comes to low light, it's just okay. It's not as great as I'd like it to be. This would be at a Chicago Fire game. Lighting wasn't optimal, but it still got a pretty good shot. This is when I visited New York as well. You see, very good when it comes to bright light scenarios. It just kind of struggles just a little bit when the lighting starts to get a little bit dimmer, which kind of sets it apart from that of the S8 and the G6. Now for the feature that is on the upcoming Pixel 2, that would be squeeze the device and it activates an action. Now I'm a little bit wary about how customizable it will be on the Pixel 2. We'll see. I will update you on that. But here it is, Edge Sense on the U11. And you'll see you can enable advanced mode where you can customize not only a short squeeze, but a long squeeze, and of course the force level as well. Now, you'll see voice to text, I have them on both. So if I want to switch that to short squeeze, I can have it HTC Alexa, launch any specific app, screenshot flashlight. Let's do a flashlight real quick just to give you an example of customizing it. So now I'm going to go home and quickly squeeze it, flashlight on, quickly squeeze it, flashlight off. Now I'm going to squeeze and hold, and there goes that Google Assistant. So awesome that you can really customize it, and I really hope that happens on the Pixel 2. I honestly think you can it will be you either turn on the Google Assistant squeeze or you turn it off. I'm not sure. But personally, I like the squeeze function. That's just a personal preference of mine. You may not. I'm looking forward to it on the Pixel 2. That's just about everything I did want to cover with the U11, all the Google stuff. It is on Android 7.1.1 at the moment, so no update to Oreo yet. I will keep you updated, though, if that does come, and also do a video on it as well on the HTC U11. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and seeing the massacre of the U11 that I have in my hand right now. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Click that thumbs up if you did. Be sure to subscribe. More coverage on the Pixel 2, HTC phones, all that good stuff. So thank you very much for watching.